First of all, hi sir, welcome to Bollywood Bubble. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Yeah.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna start off with saying the man who got the long hair trend in Bollywood, and
Yeah.
the calmest and the most composed person that I've ever seen in a reality show as well. How are you like this?
I don't know. I've just been more spaced out, more the way I am. I listen more to people rather than responding and being more proactive than just telling people. That when you want to say something, I rather listen rather than being more proactive and then rather telling them everything and say everything that I need to say. And I think it's more easier to listen more to them than just to say anything, you know. और जितना आप लोगों की बातों को सुनते रहते हैं वगैरह तो मेरा ख्याल से बेटर रहता है वो उन चीज़ों से क्योंकि जितना बोलना चाहिए उतना ही बोलना चाहिए आप people think that ज़्यादा कुछ ये लोग that I try to say it I'm very chatur and I'm too much of a person that is very cautious and things like that. But that's their perception. I really don't care what their perception is or anything like that. I think most people are very stupid when they talk too much. I think when people are just talking just to make a noise and to make a lot of things, I think that they are very, very stupid when they say that. Because काफ़ी चीज़ें वो गलती से बोल देते हैं और कुछ भी बोल देते हैं. So I don't think that you should really be talking a lot more. You should say things that are more sensible and say things that actually mean anything. So that's what I try and do here.
This question was specially because I wanted to take this interview as a learning process as well, because talking of my temper, it's on another level, and I thought you would be the best person to tell me how to be so calm. Also, sir, we're all aware that we've been living in a pandemic for more than 7 months now, and life has changed for a lot of people in many ways, and people have also analyzed a lot in these months. What is it that you analyzed? What is it that you learned in this process?
Really talking about the COVID-19 and everything, actually after over 6 months and things like that, now it's become a kind of a lifestyle, the kind of thing that you are trying to sort of adjust to. And a lot of people do not really get that fact that you really need to adjust to the whole kind of the thinking of doing what your lifestyle should be and things like that. Everybody thinks कि अगर हम लोग पतली गली से निकल जाएंगे and things like that. A lot of people think, and I think they may, and then again they may not. Okay, but I think you should just be aware of what is there in terms of the kind of sickness this is, the kind of things that it will not go away, and the kind of things we should be aware of. Social distancing, it's not a bad thing. It should be something that you should be doing in any case. No matter whether they are friends or whether they are families or anything, just keeping a little bit of a social distancing does not mean that you do not like them anymore or you do not have any more affection for them. But just being a little bit, being social, having a social distancing, it's fine. It's not such a big deal. And wearing a mask is mandatory. All these things are something that you should know. You should be you should know that these things you should adhere to. We if we are not going to be doing all these things. I'm telling you, when you don't expect the sickness to come, it will come. And when it does come, there's going to be lene ke dene pad jayenge, that kind of attitude. And I honestly feel that so far I have been lucky, or I have been cautious. My family has been cautious, and no matter, we are still going to be adhering to all these issues and things like that, right till the we know that this pandemic is going to be something that going to be adhered to. Things can, the vaccine comes out and things like that. That does not mean that we are going to be scared. It's not going to be something that I will not be able to step out and do my work and things like that. But no matter what, if somebody comes and wants to meet me and crosses that distance of social distancing and things like that, to interpret and tell that person that भैया थोड़ा दूर से रहना, so I'm not going to be scared of all these things. So I think that we should be doing this, and once we try to do all these kind of things and stay away from the illness as possible. And it doesn't really matter whether we tread on anybody's toes and that we are not going to be adhered to somebody's interpretation of being good and not being good or whatever. I think it's going to be more important for our own survival just to do it. And I think that's the only way to live the way we should be living right now. So तेल लगाने वाला जो says that that यार ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, everything, that is their interpretation. That's the way we want to be living, and that's the way we should. So I've taken away from all these things, and I don't mind uh, living the way I'm living like that. And I've always been somebody who didn't really need too many people, and needed a lot of a group and socializing or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm quite happy that way. Watch movies and you read books, and जिन लोगों से बातें करनी पड़ती है तो वो तो WhatsApp calls and things like that, or whatever things, बात कर ली, बात खत्म हो गई. That's more than enough for me. That's good enough. Yeah.
Wow, nice to know that, sir. You're happy because for me, like I would probably be interviewing you personally if this wasn't the case, Corona wasn't the case. But now that everything is so virtual all the time. Yeah, sir.
See, it's virtual because for the last 6-7 months.
Yeah.
Of course, if things were more normal, that would have been fine also. To meet more would have been, it would have been much more better and things like that. But now we don't have much of a choice. I mean,
Yeah.
once we go back, once things go back and things are much better, I think we will go back to meeting a lot more people and interacting to an extent. What the having a virtual meeting is obviously takes away from having interaction with people on a more much better way. But we don't have much of a choice, so then we go with whatever we have right now and keep it safe the way it is. That's it. Yeah.
Also talking about life of a star, sir. पहले भी जैसे I'm talking about the life before Instagram and Twitter happened to people. Everybody were fans and people had craze for stars, but now that people can get more personal and attack directly to stars and all. How do you see? Don't you think that people का जो personal life है वो थोड़ा बिखर जाता है, थोड़ा छिड़ जाता है?
Drishti, I agree with the Instagram, the Twitters, and everything. I don't let that. I don't let anybody get into that space. If I don't want anyone to get more personal with me, not get more. Like there are a lot of trolls. Okay, उनको तो मैं तवज्जो ही नहीं देता हूँ. तवज्जो ही नहीं देता हूँ. If anybody comes into any negativity into any of my Instagram or anything, Facebook or anything, so immediately the button goes into delete, block. I don't even bother into all that. If I feel that somebody has a relevant question that I should answer, I will answer. Otherwise, to me, all Instagram, Facebook is just work related. Work देख लो, आपको ठीक लगे, अच्छा लगे, that is good. नहीं भी अच्छा लगे, that also is fine. I have never ever determined who I am, my personality, whatever I am. It is not determined. It is absolutely not determined by anyone. If and when that time comes that people don't want to watch my movies or anything, they will not watch my movies and I will be out with them. I'm fine with that. My life is not regarding my job. ये जॉब नहीं होगा तो कुछ और जॉब होगा. अब if you ask me कि what else do you want to do, I don't know. I don't know right now. But it is not going to be determined by anyone. So I have never been in that time in the 90s or anything. I've not been somebody who has been scared like what people are going to think about me, and definitely today also I'm not. I really don't care whether I am not somebody who's going to be bad to anybody or whatever. I just ignore. So there are a lot of interviews that I do not feel that are relevant to me. So I will not do those interviews. There will be a lot of things that I don't want to talk about. So I will not talk about. There will be a lot of things that I don't want to answer about. So I won't. I don't need to give a clarification for me.
Right.
And anybody that says नहीं आप स्टार हैं, आपको जवाब देना पड़ता है, I don't believe into any of that crap. I don't think I should, and if you don't want to hear me or don't want to see me or anything, that's fine. That is something that is your thing that you should or you shouldn't. That's fine. That's not something that I take it out of being angry or anything like that. I don't. I don't really take it from anywhere. So I really don't look at. I find the social media a complete joke.
Yeah.
All those things. Of course, a lot of the fans have. There are a lot of stars who got a lot of um, fans and things like that. But the kind of things that have been coming out, and a lot of people get to know the numbers, the followers. Who are these people who got these followers? What is the kind of work that they've done?
Right.
This is the only generation that has not done any work, and everybody seems to be having that kind of follow. It's going to be my interpretation. I don't expect everybody to have that kind of an interpretation, and that's fine. You can accept me and not accept me. To me, it doesn't really matter. But I laugh at they've got 20 million, they've got 50 million. मैंने कहा यार काम कौन सा किया है इन लोगों ने यार? They've got so many millions. I don't get it. So then we get to know that how they get it. So that's the way I just keep those numbers out and everything out.
There were news doing the rounds that a few of the celebrities have bought followers. They've paid for it and they've bought the numbers of followers. So that's
Yeah.
what it is like. So yeah.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough money to buy those followers.
Right.
So,
Also,
tell me,
so in an interview of yours, I was just going through one of those videos where you said that it was your conscious decision to walk out of the industry, and you never even stepped in thinking that you want to be a star or an actor. But sir, there are a lot of people who back in time also wanted to see more of you, and who even now, like they say, a comeback. They're waiting for something like that. Do you have any kind of such plans? And I mean, yeah, because you have fans who want to watch you,
see, I don't like using words like coming back and things like that. I don't like, not for any other reason, but आदमी तब वापस आता है जब उसको कोई कहानी ठीक लगती है, कुछ लोगों के साथ लगता है कि हाँ इनके साथ जुड़ना चाहिए, काम करना चाहिए. मेरी कुछ 5 फिल्में रेडी होकर के अभी आ रही हैं. There's Night and Fog with Tanveer Ahmed.
Wow.
There are 2 movies with Nitin Gupta. There's 2 movies with Nitin Gupta called The Walk as well as Death of an Ambassador. Then there's another film which is an action-based film that I'm finishing off in Russia. And there's another film called Anokhi. And then again, I'm going to be hopefully in November, December, once we have some permissions, I will start. So I've been very lucky to play the kind of roles that are my age, relevant roles. But yet playing the protagonist and yet the something. And Agra is another film that I'm coming. Really, really realistic, something which is something that I've been wanting to do. And the kind of stuff that I've moved away from what I used to do in the 90s, like a lot of the actors. That we've kind of evolved. Like those were commercial film. I'm doing the kind of film which is different. And then it's not like I don't want to do commercial films, but it's just that I feel that I'll be more relevant and doing this kind of cinema. And I need to feel good, the kind of stuff that I'm doing. So we've got these about 5 films that are getting ready, and we were trying to get them on theatres, and they were almost getting ready for the theatres. But right now, we have no idea, how those theatres are going to play out and things like that. So they'll mostly go to the OTT platforms, and once at least 3 of them are going to be going on the OTT platforms. And eventually, whenever the theatres do get opened, then at least the 2 of them will get onto the theatres, which will be early next year, hopefully. So we are not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry that कितनी जल्दी आएगा, कैसा आएगा. I'm going to think कितनी जल्दी होने वाला है क्या. I'm not going to be really thinking about that. But I do really want everyone to get to see these films, because I do enjoy cinema. I do enjoy being part of doing good films. And जब तक लोग देखना चाहते हैं, I'm happy. If they don't want to see me, then that will be a different thing. But I think a lot of people have been wanting to see.
Yes.
And the numbers are still going to be more than enough for the kind of people that want to see these kind of films. So we are waiting for these films to come out and for people to see them.
So, knowing of your upcoming films has already
Yeah.
got me smiling. I wonder how many people are going to be happy after listening to this interview and of knowing about your upcoming films. Yeah. But also, sir, I don't want to ask you any controversial question. I don't want to, because this is a very healthy conversation. But we are all aware of what is going on. There's so much of chaos happening in the industry right now, and every single day there's something or the other that's coming up. Uh, what opinion do you have when you see all of this? See, I'm not going to attack any names, I'm not going to say anything, but what is your opinion?
You know, my general opinion has been that there have been too many players in any situation. All of them. A lot of them, whether being players, have not wanted to be players, but have been players because maybe whether it's been for drugs or whether it's been for whatever situation, for somebody's lifestyle or whatever has been there. It's all come out. And my way of thinking has been that they did know somewhere or the other. And if they felt that it was never going to come out, then that was their stupidity.
Yeah.
It was always going to come out. Sometime or the other, these things were going to come out. And nothing about any of this conversation that was going to be coming out was ever going to come out good. It was never going to come out good. So, unfortunately, whether their hands have been in the jar or not in the jar, they'll really have to pull themselves out of that situation. Or now, the tricky part of anything of this entire situation is either people will forget about this situation, some of it, not all of it, some of it, and then some of it will never let you forget about it, and your careers may have a problem. That only time will tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But I just feel that the ones that should, uh, they'll just need to get through this entire situation. Uh, they need to get out of this situation one way or the other. Uh, if you have been part of it, then you'll need to take the punishment and then get out of it. And if you are not part of it, then they'll just need to be, they'll just need to be upfront that they were not part of it, and not get scared. But I will always understand how that because they've never been confronted by that kind of publicity, that that they will feel scared of anything. But I never knew Sushant. I didn't. I knew he was an actor. I just never knew him.
Yeah.
And the irony is that when I came back into working, I was just so involved in just doing my chota mota films and just doing films, whatever is there. So I was just so involved that I didn't know what he was doing or what anybody was doing. I never even bothered to watch any of his films early. Hi! 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 Hi, Kitty Pie. Even I've got some Even I've got somebody like that.
Really? I've got 15.
What? You're kidding me?
Yeah,
My
all of
sister
them are
said I
rescued.
want 17. I said, Nana, we don't want full. But having said that, I mean, I just felt bad. I just felt bad because when I did watch some of his films and things, I was so oblivious because I was just trying to get myself back into the work, get somebody to get notice my work and whatever is there. I never went back that my 90s mein kuch tha. I had to get back to now. And I looked at him and I said, yeah, this guy was brilliant. Yeah. He was a very good actor and he was, what made him go to that situation? So, and, people, people don't like to go into that kind of a situation, you know.
Yeah.
So, whether it's Sushant or, anybody, and most people will want to not discuss this kind of stuff, will not want to go into uh, stand up for Sushant or anybody. I mean, not because of anything, because these are kind of conversations that तुमको घुसने का नहीं है
जी.
ये सब चीजों में. आप काम करके चले जाते हैं, आप यही करते हैं, बस जितना काम हो गया ठीक है. That's exactly what people want to do here. So it's barring from feeling sad and feeling that, keeping that internally, that entire situation, I don't think maybe a lot of people will not want to talk about it. I feel that.
Yeah.
But he's still, I mean, it's amazing the kind of support and the kind of things, the way people are looking for it, and the matter and the way the courts are pulling it along and just thinking it. I really want justice for him. I want it to come.
Very well said, sir. How sweet. Very well said. Also, sir, coming back to a better thing that I wanted to talk about is now that you were in Bigg Boss season 1, you were the king of Bigg Boss when you go to see, because you're the first one to enter, you're the first one to win, and nobody knew that there would be 13 seasons coming back to back. What is it that you want to say to the Bigg Boss 14 contestants? I'm sorry, because everybody right now are wanting to deliberately be the center of attraction, whereas it wasn't the same when it came to your case. So what do you want to say to everyone?
Bigg Boss 1 was very different to what Bigg Boss
But
is
sir,
now.
honestly, it was hilarious. Now it's a headache. Initially, when we watched it, it was fun to watch.
I know. The irony of Bigg Boss is that, we will love to hate it, we will do whatever is that, but we will always want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I genuinely wish that fight for anything. Any of the contestants on their principles.
Yeah.
Whatever the principles is, fight for it. No problem. But don't fight from an situation from ego.
Yeah.
All of them. And when they fight from ego, it becomes laughable. Any of them. And why does it become laughable? All of them that go onto this huge platform, they're a myth in their own mind.
Yeah.
Myth in their own mind is, इनको बनाया किसने? मतलब, where do they think that they are stars? Where are their stars? Who knows them? Nobody knows them. Bloody the channel, the PR makes them their bade superstar. And I'm looking, who fucking knows them, yaar? Nobody knows them.
Right.
They banaya inko. Everybody is created and made into a star, yaar. Once you create your own aura, you create your own this thing, then at the end of the season, you can be a star or not. But their own path of what they take is, I think, is absolutely wrong. That I will fight, I will do drama, I will do everything, and that is how you're going to be a superstar and all. That is absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
Absolutely rubbish. The only person that has been making it the entire Bigg Boss has been Salman. Beyond him, there is nobody there. Now उनके इर्द गिर्द कहीं नहीं है. Nobody. So I think let's see what this season is going to be or not, because there are a lot of questions also regarding this season. What is going to happen?
Yeah.
But I just find it, the whole thing, very funny. All of them are big myth, big superstar. ये बहुत बड़े हैं, ये हैं. I just forget it, यार. मेरे को हंसी आती है इन सबों की यार. God bless them.
Also, sir, without taking a lot of your time, there are a lot of people who love you, who follow you, who have waited for you, and काफी यंगस्टर्स भी है जो अभी भी आशिकी वन देखते हैं और आपके फैन बन जाते हैं. तो आप सबको क्या मैसेज देना चाहोगे फॉर ऑल द लव दे हैव गिवन यू?
मैं उनको यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि देखिए, times are tough and there are a lot of people that कहते हैं कि जब आप ये काम को करना चाहते हैं, boy or girl, doesn't really matter. I don't create a gender kind of a stuff. आपको I think rather than becoming a star, just you should work on the kind of work that you want to do. Star बनना ना बनना तो it becomes on your work.
Yeah.
You should not really think whether you become a star or not become a star, but just do the kind of work that you want to do. Just do the kind of work with the kind of people that you want to work with, and don't listen to anybody's bullshit. Never listen to anybody's bullshit कि ऐसे करने से आप ऐसे कर लेंगे and आप ऐसे बन जाएंगे वगैरह. Because nobody really knows what they are doing out here. Nobody knows. सब लोग बड़े बड़े बातें करके यहाँ पे आते हैं कि आपको ऐसा करना चाहिए, ऐसा. Nobody knows anything. So you have to go with your gut instinct. You will make mistakes. So what? Even if you make mistakes, so what? But always be aware of the kind of people. Matlab, simple things that, any girl or anybody, I mean, just generally, रात को क्यों किसी के साथ क्यों जाना मीटिंग पे, किसी अनजान बंदे के साथ क्यों जाना, क्यों करना. During the daytime, meet in a
Yes, absolutely.
normal place, things like that.
Same.
So and no director, no producer, nobody is that big that will make you very, very put a big film on your plate or anything. काम आएगा तो आएगा, नहीं आएगा तो नहीं आएगा. But just be more aware of what you are doing. That's it.
Very, very beautifully said, sir. And I'd like to say thank you for this amazing conversation. I had a great time listening to you, and I'm going to watch
Thank you.
this interview once again once we are done. And hoping to see
Thank
you
you.
soon, sir.
See you. Take care of yourself, and I love your cats. Yeah, take care.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you.
Take
Thank you so
care.
much. See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.